guys, it's Jazz and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, what's up? Hello, who subscribes, stick around for more. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to bleach your own roots from home. Look, if I can do it from home, you can definitely do it from home. Let's run through the ingredients you're going to need for some perfectly bleached roots. Number one, roots. You're going to need 2 to 3 centimeters worth of roots. It's up to you if you want to do it when you've got a centimeter of roots, it's fine, but they're going to grow back super quick. So I like to leave about, I'd say this is probably about 3 centimeters. I like to re-bleach my roots about every 2 months or like every 8 weeks, just because I want to get my hair broke. You also want to make sure that your hair is oily. You want to make sure your hair is super greasy, super, not washed it in like, 3, 4, but if you can get away with 7 days of not washing your hair, you do that. And especially during, this whole lockdown period, that shouldn't be a hard thing to do. So leave your hair as long as possible, let it build up some natural oils, make sure your head and your scalp is super protected against the horrible, stinky bleach we're about to put on it, okay? Number 2, the second thing you're gonna need is some developer. Now, I know you'd assume the bleach comes first, but actually I want to talk about developer. Okay, so the volume that I have got is volume 20. This all depends on your natural hair color. My hair color, not that you can really tell it's platinum hair, I have medium to dark blonde hair naturally. So I only need volume 20. I would also say if you have light brown hair, you can also get away with volume 20. But if you have anything darker than light brown hair, you're gonna need volume 30. And if you have jet black hair, I would probably say 40. But the higher the volume, I'm gonna be real, the more it's gonna burn because this stuff is nasty. But it's needed and it's necessary, so if you can get away with volume 20, volume 20. I wouldn't recommend using volume 10, it's not really gonna do anything. I find that volume 20 gives the best results with the least amount of damage, so there you go. The third thing you're gonna need is some bleach. Now I bought, where did I put it? I bought a whole pack of, what is this? Jerome Bblonde lighting powder. Now, I don't really feel like you need to get a specific bleach powder. As long as it is bleach powder, you should be okay. What is this, a sachet? A packet? What are you? This is it. Okay. So that is all the ingredients that you need to actually bleach your hair. Super simple, super easy. A few things I would also recommend getting is some skin tight gloves. It makes good sense. Protect your skin. Make sure that you're not actually touching the bleach. I mean, it's bad enough that it's going on your head. A bowl. I don't really think it matters what bowl, but a bowl. And then of course, a spatula thing. I don't know what this is. I don't actually know what this is called, but one of these, you are gonna need it. That's pretty much everything you really need to bleach your hair. So let's just jump into it. First thing first, we're gonna brush our hair because I have just become aware that you can actually see me in my shower screen, so sorry. Something I would always say as well is if you do bleach your own hair, always brush from the bottom of your hair and work your way up. It just stops so much breakage and it just keeps your hair looking a lot healthier than if you didn't, okay, just believe me. This is a good moment for you guys to really see the roots. Yeah, they are present. They're looking real rooty. They're very dark. They are very prominent, very dark. They need to disappear ASAP, please, okay? Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is put our bleach into the bar. I'm obviously wearing my gloves because safety first, kids. Don't be alarmed that it's blue, it's meant to look like that quick. So I am gonna be using the developer, the 20 developer like I said, but I have one that's pretty much empty, so I am just gonna use this one. 25% bleach, 75% developer. You'll also be able to tell if you have enough in there because the texture will be more liquidy. The consistency will look similar to watered down toothpaste. I would say this is literally the perfect texture. I'm just gonna make sure that I get rid of all the lumps because the last thing we want is like a big lump of bleach powder that hasn't been mixed in. And there you go, that is the perfect consistency for bleach. I really hope that you can see everything. Let's talk about sectioning. I need hair bubbles. Damn, I knew I forgot something. Oh, We have some. Okay, now to actually get into bleaching your hair, the next thing we need to do is section. Now this is almost as important as the actual formula, because if you want to get a decent application, you need to make sure that your hair is actually sectioned into a decent amount, okay? You need to make sure that the application is even. It's being applied correctly and evenly. We're gonna start at the back of my hair, just because that is where my darker hair is and it needs a little bit more time to develop. And then the top of my hair, even though it's still dark, not as dark as the underneath. Sectioning. I'm going to start by sectioning the top of my hair away from the back. And then all I'm gonna do is twist it up. Tiny little bun. Something that I would also say you need is one of these mirrors. Yeah. You need one of these mirrors, okay? This is going to be your best friend. Probably should have mentioned that at the beginning. The next step is to continuously brush your hair out, because you do not want it to get knotty. The minute it gets knotty, you've basically lost all control, okay? Now, starting with the bottom section of my hair, trying to get it as straight as possible. With the rest of the hair, I'm just going to tie it around here loosely. One of these clips. It seems ridiculous, but trust me, we're keeping it separate. And I would say that is actually a pretty straight line. Obviously these little bits are in the way, but my hair is extremely thin, so I know that when it gets wet or if I get bleach on it, it's gonna literally seep through. So everyone's hair is personal. If you have thick hair, thinner sections. So starting at the root and going with the hair. So once you bleach that part, you just lift your hair and make sure that you get underneath it as well. This bit's a little bit easier just because you can kind of feel where the bleach is already. And don't be sparing with the bleach, just pile it on. Make sure you're really coating it, because the last thing you want to do is miss something and you got to do it all over again. And then I like to just massage it into the actual root of my hair. I don't massage it into the scalp, just the root. Okay, I'm going to just double check. It's looking good underneath. Time for the next section. So rather than getting the pieces of hair confused, I just bring the part that I've just done here and now I'll section it off again. Again, trying to get it as straight as possible. Tie it back around, just double check. I am partially avoiding the baby hairs at the front of my head. So those two are both done. Bringing it over. So you guys see, like, the process is simple. It's just repetitive and it gets annoying because you have to continue to do it. So I'm gonna put you guys on a time lapse, and then when I do the top of my hair, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'll just raise you a little bit higher so you can really see what's going on. So I'm gonna really brush through my hair, and then with a comb, I'm just gonna try and get the middle, like so. What's going on? Let me zoom in a bit. Yeah. It's easier if you work your way under to over, if that makes sense. I will show you what I mean by that now. So we're just gonna section like so. So it's like literally the perfect piece of hair. Little twist, little clip. I'm using really thin pieces of hair now just because I want to get the most lift on the top of my hair because that is where you're going to see it the most. Just going to bring in those little tiny baby pieces in now. Ta-da! A bleach on my lip. Ew. With the comb again. We got a perfect little section again, and I'm just going to bleach it. I am so sorry if you can hear squeaking. Hugo has discovered squeaking toys and it is so annoying. Baby hairs. Ta-da! See, it's getting a lot easier now. Also, a little tip. I know it feels tempting to bleach this part of your hair while it's all sectioned, but don't do it because you are going to end up with impossible hair to separate. Okay, just the last piece on this side to go. Nice thick coat of bleach. I feel like I'm doing this the whole time, but it is okay if you bring it down a little bit past the root, just because I know that when I do wash my hair, I always massage my scalp with shampoo, and effectively I'm washing out all the toner, which I will get into in the second part of this video. But just as a little side note, that's why I'm bringing it down that little bit further, because those parts of my hair tend to be a little bit more yellow. That section is all done now. I'm going to put it with the rest of my bleached hair, just so I can see already it is starting to lift, which is good. So I'll be back in a minute after I've done this side of my hair. It's going to be the exact same technique, but you just won't be able to see it. So there's no point in really recording it. So I'll be back in about 1 minute. Ta-da! Okay, so now my hair is completely covered in bleach. I'm going to use some tin foil just to literally create like a tinfoil hat, really. This is just to help keep the heat in and help our roots develop quicker and a little bit more evenly. Yeah, and of course, because I've been recording, it's taken me a little bit longer to actually work from the bottom all the way up, so I'm trying to make sure that it still stays pretty even. So I am just going to set a 20-minute timer just to keep an eye on it. We should be good. So I will see you guys in 20 minutes and let you know what's going on. Ooh, hey. So we've got yellow roots at the moment, which is good. That is processed. Because that's such a dark yellow, I know that they will process lighter. So I am going to leave it on for probably another 20 minutes, but checking every 5 just to be sure. There's no need to leave it on longer than necessary. So I'm going to leave that to process now, let it do its thing for a little bit longer. Then hopefully I'll be back with fully processed hair. Oh yeah. We did it. Oh, and it's still wet. That is such a good thing. You can literally see that it is the lightest yellow possible. It literally looks almost white, which is perfect. Okay. So I'm literally gonna rinse all this out. I'm gonna wash my hair twice with normal shampoo, just to make sure that all the bleach is completely gone. And then I'll be back and I will show you our final bleached hair results. Because it's a little bit steamy in the bathroom. This is what they look like wet. I will show you what they look like dry in a second, but so far, we're looking pretty cute. Pretty cute. Check it out. We have officially perfectly bleached roots. I mean, get a good look at these. So naturally you can see there is a colour difference between my freshly bleached roots and my old bleached hair. This is because I have a toner still on my old hair. So a toner is a semi-permanent dye, which basically just takes the yellow out of your hair and makes it the correct tone that you actually want it. It is so important. If your hair isn't the right bleached level, you are not going to achieve the right toning level either. So if you imagine a scale of, so 1 being the darkest, like black, and then maybe 10, 11 being the lightest possible color, which is like platinum to white, we want to be along this 9 to 11 kind of scale, and very far away from any other colors, okay? If you are not in that sort of level 9 and above area, you are going to end up with the wrong color hair. So assess your hair. Is it this slightly off-white, very, very pale yellow bleach? If it is red, orange, or even dark yellow, you need to bleach your hair again, or else you are not going to achieve the right toning level. If you aren't trying to achieve platinum, that's fine. You can be that yellow, you can be that orange, that's completely fine. But if you are trying to achieve that white platinum hair, you need to be the palest level possible. Take it from someone who has made those mistakes on your behalf, okay? I've had plenty of disasters before now, so do it properly the first time. So like I said earlier, this is a 2-part video. Some people know how to bleach their hair, some people already know how to tone their hair. So this is how to bleach your roots from home, and I will link in the description down below how to tone your hair from home. I will be posting that on Thursday, so I post every Monday and Thursday, so I will link it as soon as it is available for you to click on. Until then, and that's it. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, comment down below what your favorite part was and nothing. So love you, see you, bye. Bye.